welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. So, 2 videos. Why do I always do that? I always put up both hands. It's 1, not 4. 2 videos in one day. But I figured you wouldn't mind, so I'm just gonna make it anyways. So, today is my weekly wrap-up. I feel like so out of whack. I haven't made a weekly wrap-up since last month because of the booktubeathon, and I was in Disney at the beginning of the month, so I just did an overall July wrap-up, like, first half of July wrap-up, so it's been weird. I don't know how to make a weekly wrap-up anymore. Just kidding. I definitely do. So this week, because it was the week after the booktubeathon, I decided I really wanted to take things rather slowly. It's still early Friday, so I might, start a book tonight, but I figured I'm not going to finish it, so I might as well just share what I've read this far. So I was originally only going to read one book this week, and that was going to be The Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling. And I was going to tab it off and read it in sections, which clearly you can tell that I did. And I did read this one. But I also read a second book, which was After by Amy Efaw. This is the first time I've ever done this, but I actually read 2 books at the same time, which I've never done before, and I'll explain why I did that. I started The Casual Vacancy on Monday. I read my 100 pages. I thought it was rather good. I liked the first 100 pages. It was very intriguing. You got to meet all of the characters, and let me say there's a lot of characters in this book to keep straight, and how one event kind of sparks this big domino effect through the entire town, because it's kind of a small town, and I liked it. I was really excited. I was like, oh, I'm not going to have any problem reading this book, because I heard people were like, well, just give the first 100 pages a go, and then it gets better from there. And I had no problem with the first 100 pages. Then came the second 100 pages, and I believe this is when it happened, and it started, talking about the town and explaining the town and the dynamics of the town, and I just kind of lost it. I wasn't losing it, but I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through my 100 pages. I don't know what's going on with me, and I was just bored. So I was like, I think that I need to chunk it up and maybe put something up, give myself a break, since I was only letting myself read 100 pages a day anyways. I had plenty of time to start something else. So in the middle of that, I had started After. So I read Monday, Tuesday, started this Wednesday. Wednesday, still read my 100 pages. It was still good, but obviously, I had already started this one. So I finished this one Thursday, as well as my 100 pages of this. And then I finished this today, finished this one yesterday, long story short. You know what I'm saying? So I needed the break, so I started another book, so I was reading multiple books. Back to this Casual Vacancy. I gave this 3.5 stars. I'm very, just confused. I'm not confused about the book. I'm just kind of conflicted with my own opinion on it. There's, the parts that I love, like I said. And then there's the part, with the town, which I wish I could have paid more attention to, because the town really confused me with the dynamics. Because it starts off with a man. He dies. First chapter, not really spoilery. He dies. So that is why it's called a casual vacancy, because he held a position in the parish council or something like that. And because he died, there's a casual vacancy, which means that there's a spot open. And all these people suddenly want his spot. And they're all competing for it, and there's all these other, side stories, and goes from there. I did like it. Like I said, the boring parts, whatever. The ending kind of felt right, but at the same time, it kind of didn't. It felt like it paralleled the story. It kind of made sense, but at the same time, I just kind of wanted a different ending. I don't know what I wanted from this book. It's it was a lot of, you want to almost say, it's a lot of nothing, but it's not a lot of nothing. It was just very interesting about how this small town, how everything related to each other. This sparked this, which sparked that, which sparked this, which sparked that, and it was just really interesting. That's all I'm going to say. I think I might have worded it a little better on Goodreads, So if you want to see what I said on Goodreads, go check that out. If it's not linked down below, I always have it linked on my main channel page. So, yeah. 3.5 stars. It was better than I was expecting. I'll have to say that. I was really nervous going into it because there was there was hype about it, obviously, but I hadn't been hearing a lot of good things about it, so I was kind of nervous, and I tried to go into it very open-minded. So I didn't love it, and I didn't hate it. So that's what I'm gonna say about that. Now this book, on the other hand, is the back. Hold on. After by Amy Efaw, and I was really looking forward to this book. I kept thinking about it and dreaming about it. It's about a girl named Devin, and she is like this soccer star, and she's very like everybody loves her kind of thing. And she ends up getting like caught, and she's in the juvenile detention center because she is being accused of giving birth to a baby and then putting it in a dumpster. And I thought that sounded really kind of intriguing because it was about her in the juvenile detention center, and I was expecting amazingness, Lifetime Movie Network style, and it just wasn't it. Like, it's told in such a weird writing style where it seemed like somebody was telling a story. It was like, well, Devin drank her milk today, and Devin did this. Like, it wasn't like, I don't know, I was expecting to be in her mind. Like, I would totally love, like, you saw some things, like, she'd have flashbacks and whatnot, but I was expecting to be, like, in her mind. What is she thinking? What happened? Like, and you just didn't get that. And then the ending just, oh my god, infuriating. And I was really looking forward to this book because I didn't really hear that much about it. And then, of course, I hauled it, and then people were like, yeah, it's not that great. And I was like, no. So I have to say I agree. I gave this about 2 stars. It just didn't cut it for me, and I was really disappointed. But that's what I read this week. I'm hopefully having a book haul by Tuesday. I've got lots of books to share with you for my second half of June book haul. And I'm just waiting till Tuesday. If you know who I am, and you know what comes out on Tuesday, you know why I'm hopefully going to put it off till Tuesday, because I'm hoping to get it, and I'm excited. So that will definitely be coming up next week, probably after my weekend news. But yeah, before this video gets any longer, because I keep rambling, I will let you guys go. And by the way, I really would like if you could check out my last video if you haven't already, the 5 things on book 2 that I'm good at. If you watch the video, I'll explain it a lot better in there. But yeah, I hope you guys have had an amazing week, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, everybody!